Welcome, world, to episode of the podcast. I'm your host, SK, here with two guests, a returning cast member with me, MK, a new cast member, POPOS.
What's going on? It's POPOS. This is second episode with my boys, MK and SK. First of all, I love SK so much, dog, but your intro can't be welcome, world.
I think we're still working on it.
We're still working on it. Yeah.
We're still near
You want to give the people a name, do you know?
Yes.
You know how McGears, the Chillers.
Welcome, Brickers.
Yeah. Like this story.
Pause.
Nah. The biggest Drake fanboys are with me in the house today. Drake fanboy. It's like,
What do you say?
Honestly, never mind.
Yeah.
nah, these guys, man.
What are the chats?
What are the chats?
That's not good. It's not a good album, though.
I feel like where was I? I was at a garage yesterday and like they were playing that kind of music and I was like, honestly, never mind would fit in so perfectly. Like I saw people trying to defend it. This is a thing for people who take girls on fine trips and so on and so forth. Some tracks slap. Like I listened to Calling My Name Again.
The only 21 seconds is the only one I can respect.
Calling My Name. I was like, I was going in, but certain tracks just don't do it.
No.
It's not even that.
No, for me,
Mm-hmm.
this is a show of Drake's versatility. Name any other artist.
Kanye went from
No.
talk.
Name any other artist that can make dance, rap, R&B. Not Kanye. When Kanye is doing his weird things, like that's not Christian music that Kanye made.
Nah,
That's
but Jesus is
one
Lord.
of Christian.
Nah, that Jesus is Lord album was a proper gospel album. You can go in a church and play it and people will still feel good. Yeah, this is actually, it's real. But honestly, never mind. The thing is, it's not like, I feel like the flop with that album was they are not like really high. You never hyped it up. Like you never announced it on like how artists announce the album on the week of release.
There's no flop in that album.
Nah.
Like some of the songs are bad.
Drake fanboy.
Let me explain. Some of the songs are bad, yes. Yeah. But Massive, Currents, Sticky, Jimmy Cook, Sticks Go Green, Calling My Dog. This is music for like those people that
Nah,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what it is, man? It might not even be that it's a bad album. You may be looking at it from an angle of what was the last song Drake did before this? Churchill Down. Churchill Down, he came, he fathered Jack, he stepped on his neck. We were like, yo, the next time Drake spits, it's gonna be crazy. I remember the morning of Honestly Never Mind. It was just a cool day for me, I'd woken up, normal day, normal morning routine. Hey, I put on my phone. Oh my gosh, Drake dropped Hot Boy Summer Loading. What's going on? Everybody's going crazy.
Hot Boy Summer Loading.
Drake dropped. Oh yeah, it's about to be a Hot Boy Summer. I'm like, okay, let me give it a listen. I'm like, nah, man. When is the artist said doom 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 doom? It has that house music. Like, if you like listen to like producers, they speak of BPM. It had that like higher BPM to show which this is a house music. I'm like, when is the rap coming? Sticky plays. Yeah, I start bumping.
Jimmy Good.
I'm like, maybe you're taking a change. Maybe it's starting U-turn because like normally I play albums in shuffle, but I was like, let me respect him and see the kind of message he was trying to bring across.
Drake tells stories.
That album didn't have a message though.
And start from the
It's
top.
not that type of album. It's not a
this.
storytelling album. This is not that type of album. It's an album for people to go to a club with your friends. Like
Just vibe.
friends of any race.
That album was
It's
for
not even
TikTok
race.
though. It was a TikTok album.
It's not even a TikTok album.
Nah, it's a TikTok album.
Which song from the definitely you've seen on TikTok?
He doesn't have TikTok. That's why he's saying it.
Yeah, of course I don't have TikTok. Okay, so I'm not even gonna.
Like, you watch Instagram Reels. We'll talk about this. TikTok versus Instagram Reels. What the
I
hell?
was thinking of this yesterday.
TikTok versus Instagram.
I'm thinking of like
Instagram is
like,
there
like,
and thing is there, so why?
No, the thing is, I was thinking of this like, just like when you're in your mind, you're thinking, ideally there's this lady, I won't say her name, but we're speaking, and then we spoke of TikTok, right? And then I was like, nah, I don't have TikTok. But the way things are made right now, I'll end up seeing the TikTok on my Instagram Reels. I feel like Instagram I feel like many social media companies, they nyat TikTok, and now they're seeing the reach TikTok has and how they're really closing in on the market. Hence, you have your YouTube shorts, and hence you have your Instagram reels. YouTube shorts, at least for the most part, it's kind of differentiated content.
It's for YouTubers.
It's for YouTubers, and
but
they
at the
make
same time, you do find TikTok content.
No, it's not the same thing. Like that YouTube short is like a short clip of your video that will attract people to come to your video.
But I can still find TikTokers over there.
Yeah, you still
part
find
one, part two, come back for part two videos. Those guys are irritating. Come back for part two, and they catch you like this, though.
Dog, you telling me that on Instagram Reels, you've never seen part one, part two? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've lost it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's the same. TikTok started the thing of come back for part one, come back for part two, and see what happens to this child. And bro, now I'm intrigued, but you know, because it's the admin it takes for me to look at your page again and all.
If you ask me what's the better?
In terms of
it's TikTok, the ancestor of this thing.
Better than the original.
Yeah, it's the ancestor.
Whether you like him or don't like him, he's number one. You know what I'm saying? And also TikTok is just so good at data collecting. Hence I'm saying there's a bigger picture. Like I can go into like conspiracy theories about TikTok. Not even a conspiracy theory. TikTok by law is forced to hand data over to the Chinese government, the CCP.
Yeah.
By law. So they know everything and anything they can need to know should there be a need for it. You know, that's the other side of TikTok that people don't really see. They say it's an iceberg. Like at the top, you see people dancing, and then as you go to the bottom of the iceberg, you know, there's trends. Like remember that devious lick? The devious lick trend where people go to their schools. It started small like a sanitizer. No, sanitizer. Who do you think you are? Fan. Who do you think you are? Water basin. Water basin. Boom. Stole the teacher's car. You see, so there's also that side of trends that really just go left.
Yeah.
And that's like also something that needs to be addressed. I feel like in as much as social media has its pros, it also has a lot of cons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also TikTok is also trying to like get many younger children though.
I feel
to get followers on TikTok, apparently it's easier to get followers.
It is. TikTok is one of the easiest social media. The way the argument is designed is that if I start a new account right now
and I'm just consistent with
and I actually post not even good quality content,
I post
just
good quality with good camera quality, and you can see me clearly. Even if not all my videos are gonna blow up.
Even about camera quality, it's about
even
the song.
It's about camera
Even the song, like
the song don't.
The song on your TikTok is proper. Like I can make a TikTok with just the.
Why do you think some people
put the manga dance, Joe, and see people blow up?
It's about camera quality.
It's about camera quality
and like how you follow a trend.
Exactly.
Think about the Minions trend. Don't you think a lot of people are doing that trend?
If we can have a good camera quality, if we can take my phone, the MK's phone, we wear suits, especially here in the South, it's gonna be a different level. And we go to the cinema there. And we say we're gonna watch Minions, and I say me and the boys going to watch Minions. Me, you, and Holmes, or maybe the whole gang. We're all wearing suits. It's gonna blow up. Why? Good quality. It's a trend. It's something different, you know.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It's about all of those factors combined. But right now, if I were to go on TikTok and do umlando and like not really do anything too crazy, just a normal side to side umlando, maybe we get some views, but maybe blow up
because the trend has passed.
But people still enjoy it. Not even umlando, can even do manga.
Yeah.
Or Dos's new one.
Let me tell you why you're saying this, man. Instagram Reels, the content that comes out on TikTok, only after 3 months or 2 months, it ends up on Instagram Reels. That's why you haven't, I'm sure like Minions trend, you've seen it, but on people's stories. Not on
I haven't seen
Reels.
it. I saw it on Reels as well.
Wow, how many times?
Also,
How many times? Maybe once.
Multiple times.
That's a lie.
I've been seeing it.
I don't want to lie to you.
Nah.
Let me show you. Some people.
Maybe it's the people you follow as well.
Even if that's the case, is my sound cool? God, this guy doesn't even Primo. Shout out to Primo. Primo's a really clean comedian, but he's primarily a TikTok comedian, and that gave rise to his thing.
But TikTok,
if he was trying to make skits, like remember back in the day, remember Yes Fash?
Yeah.
Remember how
Fash was the legend. Yo, Fash was the legend. Yo.
hard it was for him to really get his rise on Instagram. Because we had to repost, we had to reshare. It was just the mission for him to really.
Yeah, I get that.
But Primo, I started seeing Primo's content like last year, and now he's popping. He's getting sponsorships.
Yeah, but TikTok's making things very easy.
It's making things very easy.
I mean,
for sure.
now that you mentioned fashion, I mean, there's so many creators back in the day. I remember, like these guys, they had to grind up like hard. Because I mean, like, even on YouTube, you know that it's difficult getting subscribers on YouTube. Actually, like one thing I noticed after watching the first episode, I had more plays on Spotify than YouTube for the episodes, and it's still difficult on YouTube, bro. But like with the TikTok things and all, I think that's so easy. But like at the same time, it could be false. Because this other girl I saw on a YouTube video, she invited a like a meet and
talk about
greet. She's covered like she had a meet and greet. She had like 1 million TikTok followers.
It was like, I think that's 4 million.
4 million TikTok meet and
6 million.
Dog, you see how many people are those? She had a meet and she told us she had the stuff.
I was doing this kind of video yesterday. I was looking at Donuts, right? I was looking at it's not that deep. I was looking at who's this that American, what's the name, Coiler, I was looking at Instagram and I was like, damn. I think, let me search. I know she has 1 million. It's more than 1 million for sure. I'm not sure about the exact number, but then I'll call it other numbers. She has 6.3 million followers. She averages anywhere from 250 up to 1 million likes per post. But let's just guess how much guess how much her album sold.
They don't even sell, I'm sure. It's sold. No.
I don't think that's possible. Like, think about it.
It did sell, but like I'm sure, like
maybe numbers.
Maybe like percentage.
Honestly, never mind.
Try.
Percentage of our followers, I'll say like maybe 25% of our followers actually bought the album. If I would to say that, because the thing that I don't follow this person, that's the thing, so I wouldn't know.
Let's go calculate, bro. Not even 35% of Drake's followers buy his album.
Nah, but I think it's Drake. I think he has such a loyal fan base. You can't even comparing Drake to other people is not fair. Actually, any artist is not fair. But like, I mean, sometimes these artists who are unknown, when they sell albums, I mean, they must create a loyal fan base, though. You get me?
I hear your point, though. I hear your point. Cool. So getting back into what I was saying, let's not even SK saying thinks she did 35% of her followers, which is wild. Like, not even Drake does that, and like you are saying Drake has such a wide following. Like, not all the people that like mess with you on Instagram are gonna take the time out of their day to go check out your thing. Like, even now, if I'm gonna post the episode on my story, not everybody's gonna go and check it out.
Only 10% of them are gonna.
Yeah, not even like 5 people. 5 to 20 people.
But I think at the same time, majority of your followers, like some of them, like I'm sure if you have like a wide following, like Boma, like any artist, anyone in general, if someone has like 6,000 followers, no one has like 6,000 friends.
Exactly.
Not has 50 friends. So I mean,
also numbers can be deceiving.
The people who support you are your friends.
But getting back into that Coiler Richard, she sold 11,000 and she has 6.3 million followers. So you can't. There's an inconsistency compared to the number of followers she has. There's an inconsistency with what social media shows us and what actually happens.
Yeah, but some people just follow people just because like the content looks nice.
Yeah.
For looks only.
Yeah.
But then again, like when you go to this type of situation, it's a thing of like selling an album is selling the album in its entirety. But she may have sold 11,000, right?
Yeah.
Of the album. So the people that bought like the whole album as a whole. But the numbers for people that bought like singles on that album may be more because it's more expensive.
Yeah, no, I saw she just did like 100 million streams.
Yeah.
But
but at the same time, when they say 100 million streams, it means like someone can still come back again and it comes another stream. Because like even like when I'm watching a YouTube video, if I can watch the video, that's one stream. I come back the next day.
It's two. Yeah, but
two in one. Like it can be like that. So
I don't know if YouTube counts it twice.
It does.
Yeah.
YouTube counts it twice.
Names of stuff.
The only thing which like doesn't count twice is like with Apple Play, it doesn't count it twice. The same account it don't count it twice.
Do you do this thing of like if you watch maybe 1 minute of the video, a 20-minute video, and you don't finish it, and then you come back the next day and you watch 1 minute again? Is that 2 plays?
No, it counts as one.
You need to finish.
You must finish the video equals one view. Because even if someone like just taps it and plays it, that does not count as a view or anything.
I don't know if it counts. Like if people had like 1 minute videos, they could just look their video the whole day. So I don't know the proper mechanics, but I do hear what you're saying and get into. And in regards to social media, I feel like social media, like I said, has a lot of power, but it has a lot of detriment as well. I feel like it's given space for a whole new wave of creativity, financial opportunity, and
brand building.
Yeah, just brand building and just a whole new way of people to make money.
Yeah.
Just really doing what they love.
Back
in the day, there was never a thing where a person could say, let's use the example of a female influencer now, where I could say, no, me, I wanna model and I wanna demonstrate clothes on my Instagram. You know, there was never that kind of stuff. Even though back in the day, there were people who dressed well. You see what I'm saying?
IG baddie.
Yeah.
One day IG baddie.
But like I said, there's also that getting into IG baddies now. And also using that example of Coileray once again.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of negative on Instagram. Like Coileray herself. Coileray is a normal bot. Like me personally, you do you look the way you wanna look. And even something
Out of 10,
what?
Out of 10.
Uh-uh.
No, out of 10. No. No, they have to like at least get an idea.
No, but she always gets. You see, the reason that I didn't want to answer that because of my next comment that I'm going into. She always gets like comments where they're like, no, look like a boy. You need more body, that kind of stuff. And
the negativity is a lot, especially like
exactly.
It ranges like the difference between IG baddies. It ranges from Coileray all the way to Lizzo.
Yeah.
So like the latter to be successful,
and actually,
on IG as an IG battle, you have to be
in the middle.
Really in the middle.
In the middle, yeah.
You have to be able to fly. It's the same thing as like almost like blackfishing. Have you heard of it?
No.
In terms of blackfishing is like basically like when a white person takes like things from black people and
not even
the quality.
I remember seeing an example of a person who was actually white, like she put on a black face, I think, and made herself as a black person, and she just ran with it for a good minute. So they were like, they actually dug up her accent.
Also, like an example of blackfishing, like I'm saying, like white women who are curvy, for example. I mean, like, the thing is, it's about being in the middle, though. Like, it's about being in the middle. As you say, like, about being
IG baddie culture, man.
Yeah,
it's such a huge thing. Like,
exactly.
You can't even talk about IG baddie culture without having an IG baddie here. You need to have an IG baddie here, so we can understand the insides. Because like now we can.
We need an IG baddie to get in the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we need an IG baddie.
What do you classify? Are you using followers or look?
Personally speaking,
followers. Let's use followers.
Let's go by followers. What I want is, if you can get someone that's an IG baddie to come on the show. I want someone that has maybe
1,000 plus,
2.5,
1,005 to 2.5 and above.
2.5 plus.
Okay, sharp. 2.5 plus. And then we want a dignified IG baddie, and we want someone who's up and coming, so that we can see the difference of the world.
Their POV.
Exactly. Because then we can say we know what you're talking about. We don't know what's going on.
It's from an unfair angle.
I remember actually. Let me actually take a video. What's her name? I don't know if she's an IG baddie, but she has, I think it's like 4.4, and she got asked to host at a club, and we were speaking. She was like, I don't want to host. She was like, imagine me hosting a whole event at a club. Like they hit her up. They're like, no.
But it depends on the age again.
She's our age.
Yeah, but at the same time, they don't look our age. Some of these people, dog. Some of these guys don't look our age, dog.
They don't.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna go back into this when we have an actual IG baddie, because we need to be able to understand the situation. Because like certain aspects of that game is something we don't understand as individuals, because we're not IG baddies. Maybe Mpo was an IG baddie. I don't know.
What?
No, what?
But
you tripping, bro?
But yeah, we can't. So if we can get an IG baddie for the show, then it's gonna be proper. But like, in terms
because
of
you can't talk for other people.
Exactly.
You don't know what's happening.
we can give it from the outside, like an outside look on that world.
Yeah.
But it's deeper when you get inside. It's very toxic inside there.
It's fine. But on the chat of IG baddies as well, like it take off like turning off the comments. Like is it valid?
Yeah, I'd say it is. More especially in things like that are like that are gonna receive backlash. Like imagine if Will Smith couldn't turn off the comments when he was apologizing to Chris Rock. Don't you think he would have received like a lot of backlash? You see what I'm saying? In certain situations, things like that are needed. In terms of like apologies, statements, it just makes way for proper things. But at times also it gives way for misinformation. Like with YouTube now, if you look on YouTube, the dislike button is gone. And how many times do you find
it's still there, but
it's
you can't
still
see
there,
the
but
number.
you can't see it.
No, but be
You
aware
can't see
that
the number of
at
people
the
that
same time,
dislike
The people, the us can see it. You can see it in YouTube
not
studio.
even on the studio, you can't.
You can't see it in
They don't show you next.
Yeah.
Like
You see,
the point of the
now
button
that kind
is
of
basically
taking
gone.
away what you call it?
A bigger aspect of
a
the
bigger aspect of the thing and taking away voice. Cause how many times in a situation where maybe I don't know, you need to cook something and you go on YouTube, how to cook a chicken, for example, and based on the like to dislike ratio, immediately you could kind of like block out the good videos from the bad ones and know,
But at the same
this
time,
video has
people
20,000 likes, 100 dislikes. It must be a good video. Let me keep on watching.
I feel
But
like
now you're gonna have to watch every video because you don't have that kind of tool anymore. You know
no,
what
but
I'm
it's a different chat when it comes to IG baddies and informative videos. Because with an informative video, when you put something out there, anything, even if you're an IG baddie or someone,
something like just people's opinion.
Exactly, you're leaving it out to public interpretation.
Yeah.
So people get to interpret it however they want. Even if you intended it to be good or bad, people get to interpret it in any type of way. Ne? So if, like, it's a thing of informative video, ne?
Yeah.
And you post, you remove that feature of taking away comments and stuff like that, ne? How are the people gonna be able to give you feedback on your content? You get me?
Yeah.
Other than
that's
IG
fair.
baddie, it's like she posts that a beautiful picture of herself and she takes it away because she knows maybe one of her sneaky links is gonna comment and Amanda's gonna see the comment. She doesn't want that.
Yeah. But do you just
Not even that. People
Be hating. Yeah, people.
people hate a
just
lot.
hate, like
On Twitter,
At times, like-
what's his name? Musa Kawula.
yeah.
Like he'll post someone's feed and be like, oh look at here's POPOS. POPOS's feed costs 20,000. Hey, people will give you.
People give you. It's
There's
not
people
true.
in all events.
This guy.
There's two sides. Like when you have money and like you're posting things like your watches, your clothes. Okay, let's just use clothes.
Yeah.
Because clothes are the ones where you do have a lot of things, you know. Some ghost rubies in the cart, you know. Getting a little corner store in the wrong areas.
In the getting caught lacking.
Yeah,
right?
you know, getting quite lacking. And it's like there's two sides of it. There's one side who's like, no, that's fake. I know the price of that thing is too real. You're not rich enough to afford the real version of that. Or there's the other side of it. There's starving children in Oliven, but you're spending 8,000 on a shoe.
Nah,
Time is your money.
But it's like, you know, at the same time, the people who are just out there who don't want anything to do with your life, they just want to hate on you.
Yeah.
The people like I like you guys accept that, like when you, especially when you
I've
go
seen-
out public,
I've
they will.
I've seen myself. Case in point, like if I fumble and I post a fumble, we're over the line. But when I win, dwah.
Yeah.
Like Vinny, I saw a video of Uncle Vinny. Vinny
I
was
saw
like,
that video as well.
yeah, when he was, I don't say get angry. You know
When
what?
you
You know what the main reason he was angry for is that item on social media, it gives way for people to be keyboard warriors. You know, back in the day, if you had something to say,
You have to come to my
Go-
face.
you come to me,
come to the
or
yard.
you keep quiet
You
because
have to
you
come
know okay, you're gonna catch smoke. But now there's a lot of keyboard warriors.
You're hiding
The
behind
main-
the screen.
The screen, yeah, you know, boom, big
Fingers,
fingers. They
kind
have big fingers, really. The main thing that Vinny was angry about was they were accusing him of taking cocaine. They were like, no, Vinny takes cocaine. Why is he always so hyperactive? Even I think he even scratched his nose. They're like, yeah, because of the coke, and that just really spiraled it, you know. So like I'm saying, all the social media gives rise to like a different kind of bullying, whereby people can do all kinds of stuff. You hear it all the time, but at least I don't know about in the South, but in America, like things of people getting scammed, where like a guy
Nigerian prince.
Nigerian princes back in the day, the way these scams are so clean, not even clean, evolved.
Yeah.
Take an account of
Hush puppy.
not the Hush Puppy kind of vibe. Hush Puppy made gang.
Hush puppy made a lot of money. You know, so what's that guy's name who scammed all the honeys on Tinder?
Oh, Tinder Swindler.
Tinder swindler.
Oh,
wow.
right.
What you call it? Hush Puppy just fumbled by being out there, honestly.
And also like,
And he didn't even need to, because it's not like he was funneling people in his account. He was just being out there. They wouldn't have called him if he didn't talk to you. Know, they called him after his birthday.
yeah.
When he posted his birthday, that's when they were like, damn, 1 + 1 is 2.
Where does the money come?
Where does the money come
No,
from?
they already had files on him. But him posting his birthday, because of the information they had prior, it confirmed. And then after his birthday, that's when they went, they found all these things. But like I was saying, these scammers are so elite now that they do things whereby they'll take a hand. Let's say I take a local hand.
Yeah.
Like I had in our school, I take an Instagram, I revamp it, maybe I make it French. And I post French whereabouts, French areas, maybe just to be smart, and I post a couple of South African regions. I make the caption in French, wow, South Africa's so nice. And then my target is French guys. So what these guys will do is they'll make that account, they find a couple of guys, of course, guys are L's, they'll DM you,
Yeah.
they DM the hand, that's the other thing, so many
I
guys.
saw you.
So many guys get left on read in DMs. It's actually like that's a whole nother
But that's
thing in and of
the
itself.
DM culture.
That's
DM culture, yeah.
What's the
that's
most
the life, right?
what's the most cringiest DM you ever sent to a girl?
The most cringiest DM.
I don't actually mean sometimes when I send the DM, not even like I don't feel like cringe thing, but like I know when I'm sending you.
No, of course,
Cringe.
one
But
thing
like
now.
when you
I
react,
feel like a boss.
the reaction she gives me is the same as like
Yeah.
I'm experiencing like my time that I risk.
I'll tell you mine. Mine was like there's a situation where I was there's this other
I
half.
have. When is this?
There's this other situation where I found this girl very beautiful, and I was like, oh okay, I can do something. Yeah. I sent her an emoji of a dog, and I said, Max, come back. I said, Max, come back, huh?
It worked.
It worked.
That's the thing.
But it was cringy.
Yeah.
But the reason why she responded and why it worked, man, for you niggas out there who need help with DMs, it worked because she's gonna be confused. Like, why is this guy sending me Max, come back? Like, what the hell? What is this? What's wrong?
Yeah, I once said like a girl was posting a picture of herself, and I just said, I know that seat happy. And then, then she belled me. He belled me. Apparently, yeah. And then like he laughed about it, and I'm like clean. And so,
That's
that's
great.
He's great.
I've seen a couple of crazy things. I just can't remember them on the top of my head. But
I know I
Yeah,
should work.
and that's on the top of my head because like she belled me after.
I've had my.
Wait, no, but that's different. Did you know her?
No, like I was just like, chatting on IG, like normal chat on IG.
Oh, no, did you hit her before that?
No, like we're mutual, both following each other. So like, I was going inside. I was pagati inside already. So yeah.
Nah. There's certain things that just like get you flagged. Like they'll just be like, "What's this?" But another thing that's important is
The way you
more
look.
time. It's not even the way you look. Yeah,
It's the way you
I
look.
feel like the way modern culture today is, we're moving towards like a benefits, right? So like I don't know, Hans really value height. That's one thing. For me, the main thing I've seen is like height and like not even like it's a crazy thing, but like Hans tall niggas, but then when you look, all the exes are short niggas. So I feel like a lot of Hans contradict themselves in what they say they want and then what they have.
I don't think
It
that's
goes
the
back
case.
to the story because the thing is, I don't think even you see tall guys, they rely on their heights more. Like these guys who know they are tall. Like if you are aware you're tall, they rely on their height. Some of these guys, and then the short guys, then they are short. They make sure they have a proper story to tell to the girl. Like make sure like what they are saying to
Girls
her
don't care about story.
is well. What?
Girls want to.
They want not story as in storytelling. No, I'm saying like as in,
I
like,
know what you mean.
what you say.
I know
Like,
what you mean.
Do you think I'm talking about bedtime story? I know
No.
what you mean. I know
No,
what
I
you're
just-
talking about. It's a situation of what, like this is DM culture, right?
yeah.
If you send a girl a DM And like, let's say she's the like up and coming IG baddie. I've done this before. They will click your account before responding to your message and see what he has to offer. In terms of his face, his vision, and like the music he listens to, like highlights how. I'm not even joking. Then they look at all that, no?
Also the places he goes to.
Exactly. They see what type of guy is
this guy went to Cree. Went to.
If the account is an account, she's not gonna respond.
Exactly.
But even if what you said in the DMs was just a week, if you just said hi, and she really misses what you post and what you say, she's gonna respond
to that hi. Yeah,
she's gonna respond.
It's more so like someone I know, a mentor of mine. He says it's not what you say, it's how you say it and how you present it. Because if you look at it, more time, like how many cases do you see where there's this guy, he's clean, he takes care of himself, maybe he's tall, like we're saying, but you know this bro, I know his real life. He sucks with social skills, but he just seems to get women consistently.
Why? Because he fits. This is how it works with him, but like the time I see is running out there. But let me tell you how it works. There's a point deduction system. Every nigga, when you're talking to Han, you start on 100 points.
Like,
if you moy, no points get deducted. If you like,
every hand has a scale.
Exactly. And everything starts at 100, and every little thing that a guy does, it bumps you down. If that's why this new trend of like he's a 10, but he's a 10, but
see,
that's why that trend.
It's the scale. It's the scale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even the word is a 10, but you see that but there.
No, they tryna. This has been a real thing ever since the beginning of time.
No one is
just
like,
giving us now.
They never met someone like.
I feel like there's never
perfect.
been an era
whereby
women scout more what they want from you. I feel like if you really read it, they give you the place. They tell you, oh no, I like a guy like this, and you're like, shit, I'm a guy like this. And you just read it. I feel like nowadays they really give it to you on a silver platter, and it's just more so up to you to just like, not like give it to you, but they put it out there. I like this type of person. I'm not scared to say, what are you saying? And you go there and you do the relevant things.
Trying to be done.
Exactly.
And you actually, but sometimes you see like, it's difficult for a nigga to have the platform. Like a girl, she may be like you may be the exact guy that she wants. If you have everything she's saying in her bio, that one in a specific requirements for a guy.
Criteria.
Exactly. But you go to a public school, she goes to a private school. You don't have any way whatsoever to talk to her unless you go to a private
school. Not valid in her mind. You don't qualify.
I mean, generally, girls have the higher power level, A Han can be living in a shack, not as affluent, and not have those.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know what that one. I'm sorry, Joe.
No, but he's not wrong.
Not even shack, but still.
He's not wrong. Are you telling me if you saw a beautiful girl?
And she was clean up.
She was clean, she bounced. She walks out of the shack, telling me you're not going to do anything about it. You're lying, there's no way. But if a guy is handsome, he walks out of a shack, a hand is going to say, leave me alone.
Leave me alone, yeah.
It's not the same, because niggas know that like, wow.
When will I find this again?
This is an opportunity that, it's only one. And even though she, like, on a financial standing, she may be lower than you,
Yeah.
Socially, and in her mind, she knows she's more than what you are.
Exactly.
Because she knows she holds the cards. You will never be like, no.
I want us to shift from a society where not only women have that mindset, but men do too. I don't feel the man or the woman is the prize. You in of yourself are the prize. That's the mindset I kind of want.
But that's the game women have won.
They've won.
That's the game that the women
have won. They're powerful, dog.
But there's certain men in this planet that know I'm that guy.
Yeah, but hey, guys, we're beat for time. That was an episode of the podcast. Catch a break. Cast members again, MK and Mpo. Thank you guys for being here, and we hope to see you again.